Welcome back to another weekly challenge in 7 minutes. And folks, I've got a fit and endurance special event in here, which is a cool special event. Plus, we've got 1.3 million credits on tap, so you need to finish all 5 of these events. So let's start it off quickly. European Sunday Cup 500. Gonna need a European car of 500 pp or less. So I decided to go with the Porsche 911 Turbo from the 1980s, because I used to see one in the parking lot where I used to go swimming as a kid, and I loved that car. So I want to bring it out here on track, see what I can do against these modern sports cars. Now, if you listen carefully, you may hear the set deck in the background pumping out some Van Halen, maybe a little AC/DC, could even be some Motley Crue as I fly on by the Alpine A110 with my mullet blowing in the breeze. Get on by the Renault without any trouble at all. She's my cherry pie. Absolutely flying by the competition in the Porsche 911 Turbo from 1981. Finish it off with the spin of shame, the look back of terror. Come on, you know what I want. That's right. Pour some sugar on me. 322 will win it and give me that sweet 15,000 credit tickets plus the 100,000 cherry on top. Love it. Let's move on to challenge number 2, the World Rally Challenge at the Catalunya. What is that, a rally course, cross course, whatever they call it? Yeah, it's a crazy little track. I decided to go with the RCZ. I don't know if I've ever gone with the RCZ in Group B here on GT7. In fact, I had to put dirt tires on it. Well, I'll tell you the key to this one, folks. Just keep the inside line. No matter what you do, don't get hung out there on the outside. Stay down the inside, close to the wall. You'll be fine. You'll get by everybody. Just try not to overdrive the car. Before you know it, you'll be in first place like me. Look, on lap 3 here, I got in the first place, just taking the inside line, pushing some people out the way. You know, a little push to pass never hurt anybody, especially in Rallycross. And then just put down your laps, get your finish. All you need is like a 6:43 to win this race, and then you take home about 65,000 credits. And most important, if you get that P3 or better, you're ready for that 5 P3s to get that million credit ticket at the end. Now on to challenge number 3, the Sylvia sisters. I tried this with a PP500 car, and I got to tell you, I was getting absolutely dusted on the straights. I couldn't keep up at all. So I figured this is really about a 600 PP race, maybe a 630, 650. I don't know. It's in that range somewhere. I just grabbed one of my pre-tuned Sylvia, stuck it out on track. It's got an LS7 swap in it. I just absolutely just dusted folks on the straight. I just had to remember to be patient in the corner, because if you got on the gas too quickly, she wanted to flip ends. So just stuck my nose down there on the inside, made sure I could make the corner, and then let it eat on the straight. How about the flames coming out of the exhaust of the Sylvia here at dusk at Deep Forest with the fog settling down? Love it. Did the look back of shame. Had a 7-second gap on P2 there. You'll need about a 455 to take home first and get your 45,000 credits and a nice 200,000 credit bonus ticket. On to challenge number 4, seemingly a daunting challenge, the NeoClassic challenge. I have several videos on my channel you can go check out if you're looking for tips, strategies, and cars. I will tell you this, if you want to win it the easiest way, grab you a Group C car like the XJR9 or the Porsche 962C or the R92 CP, or you can get the Pikes Peak, the Escuda Pikes Peak Special. That will win the race as well. This race came out when the Escuda came out, so I think the Escuda was kind of made for the race. Racing medium tires, no stopper. Go out there, win it. Here's the tune that I used on my car to be able to win the race, and I've done it in all of the Group C cars. I've done it in the Escuda. I've struggled to do it in a non-race car. I could not find an engine swap non-race car that could win this race. So if you're looking to try and do it in a street car, I don't believe you can. Even like an old, GT500 car will struggle to win this race. Your best bet is a Group C car. And unfortunately, they all just left the dealership. They had 5 of them in there. They all sold out. So hopefully you were able to snag one. Any of those will work at winning this race. Okay, race gets started. I'm in the Porsche 962C, probably my least favorite Group C car. Once you pay attention, the car is super easy to drive on the corners. Don't panic when you come out the start line. Just let the car do what it does. I'm just getting a feel for it. I haven't driven a Group C car in a while. Folks flying off the track everywhere. It's got plenty of grip around the last corner, so you don't have to fear about flying off into the desert. In fact, you don't even have to brake. I'll show you that in a little bit. Go by the quattro there. It gives me a bump as I go on by. What's that all about? Just brake here before the 50 board, stick it down the inside. Decide not to go around the outside of the McLaren, because they do like to push you off in the desert. Catch up to the 797B, the screamer of a Mazda here, driven by Cocoburn. And then he just lets off the gas, froggers me coming out the corner there. What's that all about? But he goes off in the pits later. Now, look, watch it. Just lift here on this final corner. Just kind of stay around that white line in the middle, curl it back in. Didn't even have to touch the brakes. Plenty of tire left with 3 laps remaining. Plenty of fuel left. I got 3 laps of fuel. I haven't been short shifting. I haven't been saving fuel. Mikhail comes out the pits. I blow by him. All I got left to catch is M. Grady. I'm going to tell you what, M. Grady absolutely flies in this race if he gets out in front. But he got slowed up by lap traffic. I go by him. If you run a 110 per lap, you shouldn't have any troubles winning this race. Like I said, watch out for M. Grady. You need about 1155, and you take home 121,000 credits. Now on to the final challenge, a special event, an endurance PP800 race at Mount Panorama. Race and endurance, 60 full minutes on the mountain. That is white knuckle, sweaty palm kind of racing, and I like it. So I decided to go with the Ford GT race car Spec 2. Threw on the racing soft tires and then cranked down the downforce in the rear and in the front to plant it down to the tarmac here at Mount Panorama. Want all the grippage I can get because this car has plenty of top speed. Now on to the strategy. All right, we are in a 3X tire wear, 3X fuel usage race. And what I found is your racing soft tires can last exactly 10 laps, which is perfect because your fuel lasts only about 10 laps. So that's perfect because 10 and 10, that works out great. It's a 2-stopper. The C. Brown in P2 here, he is the guy you got to catch. He is the rabbit. He is also in a Ford GT Spec 2, and he is going to do a 2-stopper. So you can pretty much test how you're doing against him as the race is going along because he's on the same strategy as you. And as long as you can keep that red distance between you and him going down, well, I think you got a really good chance of winning this one. Try and keep your lap times around a 202 or 203. I think will be fine to win the race. 204 may be a little slow. I tried to keep mine below a 202 in case I made a mistake on the mountain, which I did at the end of the race and ended up not hurting me because I built up enough buffer by keeping those lap times nice and consistent and low. Lap number 10, time for me to cut in. I've cut the lead by 30 seconds. It started at 45 seconds to P1. Now it's only 15 seconds. And when I go into the pit, I'm not going to take any chances here. I'm going to slow down nice and early. I'm not going to try and head through this little chicane too fast. Just nice and easy. Don't want that 3-second penalty. I'm not going to save that much time by cutting corners. So I get brand new racing soft tires, put some new shoes on this ride, and then I'm going to fill up the tank, head back on track. I did lose a couple positions in the pits, now in P4, but still only lost 3 seconds to the leader there, C. Brown, in the pit stop. He had a little bit more fuel than me, and I don't know that he changed tires. I believe he was on the racing hards, so he must have just stayed out on those hards to his detriment, as I'm going to reel him in these next 10 laps. Blue flag coming up on the Peugeot, and look at that, he actually got out of my way. What is that? The AI never gets out of your way under a blue flag. There's an improvement, GT7. Get your AI to move off the racing line or move out of the way or do something when there's a blue flag and you're coming up on them. That would be much appreciated. Coming up to P2 on lap number 13, he goes off in the pits and the Mustang stays over to the right. So the party of the Red Seas right there for old Gretty as I take P2 on lap 13, putting the head down, going for P1, 7.8 seconds up the road. Finally, lap number 15, I've got P1 in my sights. Need to put the old noggin down and catch on up. Later, same lap, send it down the inside, going down the mountain. Oh, C. Brown comes back at Gretty, but does not have the fortitude to hang out on the left side, door to door, coming down the mountain. Gretty shows no fear, sends it full gusto down Mount Panorama. Look at that coming off Forest Elbow. P1 nowhere to be seen. He's a second and a half back now. All I've got to do is manage lap times, fuel, and tire wear, and take it home. On to lap number 20. Coming for pit stop number 2. Same song, same dance. Don't overdo it. Coming into the pit stop, don't get the 3-second penalty. Put on the racing softs, fill up the tank, head back out, and just keep your head on your shoulders. Don't wreck the car. Don't lose your position. I've got a 17-second lead to P2, and he's still getting fuel. So you know that's going to be even bigger than that once he comes out. All I had left to do was avoid crashing with lap traffic, get around the folks coming up and down the mountain and all around. Got a nice commanding 53-second lead as I come to the finish line. Give it the look back a little too early. Gretty, always trying to finish too early. I don't know, folks. I don't know why. Especially here at Mount Panorama, I cannot find the finish line to save my life. I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere in that stretch right there. All right, you're going to need roughly a 103 to win this race, probably more like a 102.40 to take the victory. This shows this lap traffic, so I'm not sure exactly what his finish was behind me. Get my 140,000 credits, but most importantly, get the big million credit bonus ticket. Hope you enjoyed all the challenges, especially this week's special event, the endurance race here at Mount Panorama. If you did, please hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty, I want to wish you and yours not only a great evening, but also a very, very happy New Year.